And the Lord God said, Behold, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now, lest he put forth his hand, and take also of the tree of life, and eat, and live forever. Therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden, to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims, and a flaming sword which turned every way, to keep the way of the tree of life. It's a shame when brothers kill brother like Abel and Cain. Cain and Abel, Genesis chapter 4. Adam knew Eve. Soon she conceived and bare Cain, a man from the Lord. Then she bare again his brother Abel. He was a keeper of sheep, but Cain grew from the ground food to eat. So Cain brought fruit as an offering. As for Abel, he also brought some firstlings of his flock, and the fat thereof. Struggle in the womb, Esau and Jacob. God told Rebekah, you'll give birth to two nations. The older will serve the younger, twins in her belly. First who came out was Esau, red and hairy. His brother came out second, holding his heel. They named him Jacob. He was God's favorite. Time flew, and the boys grew. Esau was the hunter who would hunt for food. Jacob was simple, one day he's boiling up stew. From the field, hungry and tired, Esau came through. He said,
now Jacob had his son Joseph. He made his son a coat of many colors. Cause Joseph was his favorite son. But he was hated by all his brothers. And it was murder that was in their hearts. Yeah, they hated Joseph from the very start. For his father's love and his bravery. So they sold him into slavery. In those days it was the Egyptians, deep inside the pyramids that made inscriptions. Sold him to a life that was very hard.
And put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. Baby Moses' mother put him in a basket and sent him up the Nile so he won't be killed by Egyptians. Meanwhile, from a distance, being watched by his sister to find out what happens as he floats up the river. Pharaoh's daughter came down to bathe in the water. Her maids walking along the riverside saw the basket in the middle of the reed. She told her, grab it and bring it to me. When she opened it, Jericho was on lockdown. No one could come in or out. Onto Joshua, the words came out the Lord's mouth. I have given into your hand Jericho, the king and the mighty man who dwell in the land. You must go with your men of war. March around the city once. Do it this way for 6 days. 7 priests should carry 7 ram horns before the ark. On the 7th day you shall march around the city 7 times. The priests blow their horns. It shall come to pass. Sons of Israel were in the hands of the Philistines. Jehovah gave him Samson, a man to redeem. An angel appears to his mother like a dream. You will give birth to a son, the chosen one. But don't eat anything unclean under the sun. No razor shall touch his head. Nazarite of God is what the child will become. With his strength there will be no equal. Sent to save Israel's people. Ran home to her husband, prayed for guidance. Angel appears a second time to provide it. Everything I speak. Samson fell in love with a woman named Delilah. First chance to burn him, she'll throw him in the fire. Lords of the Philistines came up to her and said, fool Samson, what is his power so we can have his head? Find out his secret, and we shall give you each 1,100 silver pieces. The next hour, Delilah said, Samson, what is your power? And with what can you be tied down to make you cower? He put her to the test, then tie me down with 7 still moist sinews that haven't dried out yet, then I'll be... Look at these 3 men, they won't bow down to this huge golden image. I wonder why now. Everyone is found bowing on the ground, but they still standing because of God's 10 commandments. You must not worship any God except me. That was hard to do in the land of idolatry. In those times, it was King Nebuchadnezzar who ruled Babylon. Put fear in everyone. The king called all the high officials of the land to honor his image he has made so grand. They said, oh people, at the time you hear the sound of the Chronicles Volume 1, available on iTunes.